What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for the last episode of Attack on Titan Season 3. Now, before we jump right, first off I must say, this episode was fucking phenomenal. An amazing conclusion to the series. I absolutely loved it. It was fucking fantastic. So yeah, it was great. First off, let me talk about the dub. The dub this week was fucking fantastic. This was the episode with Mikasa, the whole thing happening with Armin, Levi, Erwin, that whole shit. Fucking fantastic dub. I gotta say, Bryce, I forget the dude's last name. That man is one of the best VAs in the dubbing world right now. Like that man, like when he was screaming, the stuff he did with his voice, when after he's like, Armin can do it, he can save us all. That shit, man. Oh my god, that shit was fucking fantastic, man. Mikasa's English VA was fantastic. I won't lie, I kind of preferred some of the subs dialogue choice, at least from the subtitle I was reading, where they were Hanji's voice actor just screams, Mikasa! She doesn't do that here in the dub, which I was kind of disappointed with, but overall, the dub was great. The voice actor from Mikasa, as well as Hanji's English VAs were fantastic. Levi's as well. The dub itself was just fucking fantastic across the board. I love this week's episode. Not too much more. The dub of Toonami, of course, is the final episode of the anime. So I won't be talking about the dub anymore. Well, I will be talking about it on my Twitter. So if you guys want to know what I think about the rest of the dub episodes, check me out or follow me on Twitter. So which I'll have a link down in the description box below. Anyway, guys, say that. So let's talk about the other big thing that happened right after the episode aired. Of course, the confirmation of Season 4. Season 4 did get confirmed, which we knew was going to happen, but the interesting thing about this one is that it was said that's going to be the final season of Attack on Titan. I'm sorry, what? How? How can this be the final season of Attack on Titan when the manga is still publishing? Granted, I heard this whole arc, this whole 10-episode anime was only like 4 chapters in the manga, apparently. I don't know, I haven't read it myself, but if that's the case, yikes. I was like, man, that ain't many chapters, but I guess those are some long ass chapters. They could get like 10 episodes out of this adaptation. But with this, I don't know, like, if any manga readers, lend me your ears, lend me your voice. Is the manga like ending at all? Like, is it like, has the mangaka himself or Kodansha or anybody confirmed, yes, the manga is ending, like it's in its final struts, it's in the final arc, it's in the final chapter? Because I don't understand how this is called the final chapter or the final season when the manga is still publishing. If any of you guys can enlighten me, any manga readers can enlighten me on that, please do down in the comments below, because I'm really confused on how this is the final season when the anime is still publishing. But anyway, I'm hyped for Season 4. It's still a little iffy about what's going to happen with the studio, because I've heard that Wits isn't returning for this one. But my man James actually he tweeted out recently about Season 4, how he called that Season 4 was going to happen on his Twitter. Like, this was years ago. Like, I think this is like on Discord. He said this. Where he said it was going to be 4 seasons done by Wit Studios. But we don't know if Wit Studios is going to do this one. Hopefully Wit Studios will come back and do the 4th season. I hope to God they do, because my God, the art animation this season is fucking it's been godlike, and I really hope we keep seeing that more further onward with the rest of Attack on Titan Season 3. Or Season 4, I should say. But yeah, I'm hyped for Season 4. Very much looking forward to Season 4. It's going to be great. I'm hyped. Yeah, oh no, never mind. He said this back in June 27th of 2019. One of his sources said there was going to be 4 seasons done by Wit Studios. So yeah, this was recent. This was actually a couple days ago, actually. Anyway, just wanted to throw that there, just show my man James is right. So the Bleach anime will come back. Don't worry, it'll come back. It'll come back. Will it come back in 2019? Maybe. I don't know. But I'm probably going to get its 20th anniversary, just like Platinum is. Anyway, I ain't here to talk about Bleach. I'm here to talk about Attack on Titan. But anyway, enough of me rambling on about shit. Let's just jump right into this episode, because this episode, fucking fire, man. So let's just jump right into it. So we start it off. Got a bunch of recap about what we saw last week with the Star Family in the Walls. 13 years, Star Family in the Walls. If you want to see Eren, Mikasa, if you want to see Mikasa, Armin, Star Family within the Walls, all that stuff. We then head over. We then record gets more flashback to what's happened when we were in the little room with everyone else about the information leaking, and Eren is like, what are we gonna do? It's only if I touch someone of the royal blood will I be able to get the ability to control Titans. So what will they do with Historia with that if I tell them that information? Well, like I mentioned before in my review last week, it makes me wonder. Because like I mentioned before, I don't read the manga, but I do know an event that does happen in the manga that I'm pretty sure will get animated in the final season of Attack on Titan. I don't know why it's called the final season when the manga isn't even ending yet. But and apparently there's like 3 arcs ahead. They're like, so there's 3 arcs left. There's 3 arcs ahead. So I don't know how they're going to adapt all that, unless they're probably going to do another 2-course thing with 24 episodes total. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, back to the game. I know there's one event that happens with his. I don't even want to say who the character is, honestly, because I don't want to end up risking spoiling some of you. But okay, I'll just say this: something happens with Historia. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's gotten revealed what it is, or I've tried to be as vague as possible, but it's hard. I don't know if anything's been revealed about this certain detail about it, so I'm not sure, but I have a feeling it's Eren. I have a feeling Eren is involved. That's all I gotta say. That's about as vague as I could possibly be. Manga readers, do not spoil that in the comment section, please. Anyway, but yeah, it makes me wonder about that whole thing. I have a feeling it's Eren. Or that he's involved anyway. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So Eren, we get there. We get after that whole little background or little recap. We get to the main episode, and then after that they're like, we can't release this shit to the public. I mean, this can't be released. It'll fall into chaos. We're struggling just to accept this shit. How will the people take? The masses it'll fall into chaos. Anarchy, it'll just, fall into chaos. We can't release this shit. We cannot. We have to keep this a secret. We gotta keep this to tight lip. And then, the old dude with the mustache, I forget his name, excuse me, said, so you just want to do the exact same thing that the king did. What about everything we did earlier on, of course referring to the first half season 3, where we broke down the king's door, we took over the government and gave it back to the people. You just want to do the exact same thing the king did. What the hell is the point of the revolution? And that's a great point. They're essentially doing the exact same thing that King Ross did, which was hide information from the people and just leave them ignorant. They're doing, and now that they're finally given the facts on what they did, what happened, they're like, yeah, we can't release this shit. It'll fall into chaos. Historia, of course, and chimes in saying, let's release the footage. Not footage. This isn't, I'm not talking about movie clips here. Let's release the information. King Ross took the information from the people. We're merely giving it back, which is very true. So they agreed to release the information. You then got Hanji as well as Levi. They're inside the walls. They're talking with those reporter guys from the first half of season 3. You guys know, and they're talking with them. First off, I gotta say, Levi looks amazing in a suit. Like, I was looking at this man in the suit. You guys will see this in my reaction. I was like, damn, he looks good in a suit. Like, I know, there's a lot of anime characters that look good in suits. That's one thing anime series love, is they always love putting their characters in suits. I don't know why that's a thing, but that's a thing that a lot of anime's done. You can see this in other animes, like, Bleach. You can see pictures of, from Studio Parent themselves putting the characters in suits. There's stuff with that. There's, for Naruto, it's all over the place. It was even in one of the EDs. There's a lot of stuff of the characters in suits. But I gotta say, the suit Levi was wearing, man, that man looks good. That man dresses great, man. That man, whoa, he can really make us. I know I'm really going on about the suit, but I gotta get this off my chest. This man looked great in the suit. I have to say, this man looked amazing in the suit. I was like, anyway, okay, that's not me talking about Levi's suit, but goddamn it, did he look good in it? That's a damn good looking suit. Anyway. Anyway, so we saw Levi. He's wearing a suit. Looks great. Hanji as well. Looks pretty good on her. The suit she's wearing looks pretty good on her. But anyway, they're with the reporters. They're just discussing about the new information that's already been known about that we're the subject of the Ymir. We're viewed as his monsters. Yada 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 yada. And they go on, and they first say, and Hanji comments, which, by the way, she still has the eye patch on at this point, so at this point, it's pretty much confirmed that I'm assuming she lost her eye. Like, she lost her eye. I'm assuming, because I was like, did she lose her eye? Did she not lose it? But at this point, she's still wearing the bandage. She lost her eye. So, anyway. Yeah, Hanji, you got the others, they're talking about, the events that were the subject of Ymir and everything, and she asked them, like, how the people have taken it, what's going on. And, it's about what they expected. Some people accepted it. Some people tried to laugh it off. Others who don't let the military are bringing up conspiracy theories. So you got normal people, the comedians, and the Alex Jones. No surprise there. So you got Alex. And I like how Hanji said this. She said that we're doing at least one thing better than King Race did. And we're going to speak. And one of the reporters, I believe it was the older guy, said, I would like to thank you all as a member, as someone who lives inside the wall alongside you, and as a member of the workforce, and as a member of the workforce. Hanji starts blushing this point, and then Levi, I love my man Levi here. Levi says, you should write a book about our success. You should write about our success more often. And she just looks at him. I thought that was pretty cool. But back to what I say. Hanji says that our job actually takes to sip some tea. Hanji says our job is only to release the information, to get it out. What the taxpayers do with it, it's all on them. Which that's very true. I really dug that saying, that what she said there. So you got them, but then you get back to the reporters. The dudes, they're struggling to, of course, accept all this. How they're all just viewed as monsters. He goes on about how the tides, everything we've drawn hell, and he also brings up some other stuff that we haven't really known. So we find out, which my man Chibi also talked about this, was that the whole thing that's going on with Attack on Titan for this time has been that they're running low on resources. The main city or land area has been very low in resources. So what they're doing here is so when they came here to get the fossil fuels that of course are on the island. And actually the first step into that invasion was what happened in season 1 when when the Armored and the Colossus Titans came in there. When they came in, that was the first step to the invasion of extracting the fossil fuels that are on the island. Which, of course, is very true to nowadays. There's a lot of battles, wars are being fought over after fossil fuels and shit like that. Which I thought that was a nice little, which Chibi actually brought that up, I thought that was a nice little contrast, or bringing it together to the main real world, connections to there with stuff like that. Anyway, so that's what I was saying. So, yeah, we had that, and then the dude starts shaking at this point about what he's discussing all this. Understandably so. And so, after all that's said and done, they're still trying this. We then get to this room inside this building where we're going to have a medals ceremony for all the people for the scouts that came back after they took out, after they killed the Colossal Titan, which is what I agree with. What they've been through, man, that suicide tried thing, they deserve some fucking medals. But, and this low-key actually kind of triggered me right here, this whole thing right here. You have Flant, whatever the fuck that jackass's name is. I fucking hate this guy. Like, I didn't like him beforehand in like the last two episodes ago, when everything happened with Armin, where he's just kind of butting into and I'm like, who the fuck are you? Who do you think you are out here? Butting in on this. This isn't getting putting your nose where it doesn't belong here, man. What are you doing here? This ain't nothing to do with you. Why you acting like you know these guys when you know jack shit? But then we get to this shit with Armin, what he said to Armin, man, and I'm legit fucking pissed off right now, man. Like, fuck this guy. Like, straight up fuck him. So anyway, let's just jump right into that, because, do I got something to say. So everyone's talking amongst themselves, This is a ceremony to remember the fallen soldiers and everything. So then Hitch comes out there, the girl that was sleeping earlier, the girl that was just sleeping, the one that was lazy, the one that had Annie do one of her jobs for her, the Lost Girls OVA. So, anyway. Oh, man. Anyway, so she comes over there. John tells she was a hero to the end, and then she has a Flanche, whatever the hell the dude's name is. He says, he has John Tyler. So then he goes on like, I known him. He enlisted there around the same time as I did. Yada 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 yada. Gives off a history website. He was a great soldier. All this other bullshit. Then he says, at the last bit, just as the last kind of fuck you, I guess. He says, but in the end, he probably regretted being there. And we get a shot of him right before the rubble comes charging before the rocks come charging towards his face, And then we get another shot of those expressive as hell eyes and time from Hitch. She's like, thank you, and then she just walks out saying, I'll make sure to laugh at you if you mess up. Yeah. John's like, dude, the fuck? Why'd you have to tell her that? Why'd you have to bring that last part in? And she's like, and then this motherfucker gets petty as hell. He's like, well, somebody had to say what really happened. And then when he says that, he's looking right at Armin. I'm like, oh, fuck you, asshole. Fuck you. So then this motherfucker comes at Armin, makes him feel worse than he already does from the initial guilt or survivor's guilt, I think is what's properly called, of you being saved, but others didn't. So and then so you have to deal with survivor's guilt. But then you got this motherfucker being petty as hell. Be like, oh, Armin, you were the one. It should have been Erwin. He was a leader. You could get. And then he looks over at Armin and he says like, you and Levi and Mikasa all made a bad move with misusing the injection. It should have been Erwin. Y'all let your emotions take over. This bullshit. But correct me if I am wrong. The reason Levi didn't pick Erwin was because he was already dead. He didn't want to bring him back from the death because he wanted to let his friend rest in peace. But fuck me, I guess. Nah, we gotta let this motherfucker suffer even more because fuck him. Anyway, so that was some bullshit that really pissed me off. Erwin's like, my man Aaron is like, oh hell no! Who the fuck are you? Who do you think you are talking to Armin like that? You don't know a goddamn thing about him. Please, try me. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm not his friend. I'm not his child friend. Hell, I'm not even his friend. But what I do know is that he shouldn't have been saved. And then he goes on about, don't you dare let the Survey Corps recruit other cowards like me. But I'm entitled to my opinion. Which, yes, you are. You have a great point there, good sir. But at the same time, you're also entitled to an ass whooping. Which also, one of the I got mentioned, Aaron gets in this guy's face, too. He's about to throw down with this guy when he's like, telling him about Aaron, how he's like, oh, you never listen, this, that, and the other. He's like, motherfucker, try me. Please, I dare you. I double dare you to keep talking. And Mikasa puts his shoulder on me like, okay, Aaron, it's enough. Come on, let's go. And then he's like, nah, I'm gonna pick a fight with you too, Mikasa. He's like, well, even Mikasa's reaction was more mature than yours. She actually gave up eventually. And then she puts her hand away from her shoulder. I legit thought she was gonna punch this guy. I thought we were gonna see a bit of a throwdown go down here between Mikasa and this jackass, and Mikasa was gonna beat his ass in less than 10 seconds. I was hoping we would get that, but no. John comes in there to dissolve the situation, to diffuse the situation. He's like, okay, come on, let's go, hey, what y'all doing here? And Del Flon says, this is a ceremony for remembering the dead. This is when he goes on about this shit about his opinion and all that other bullshit. So anyway, after that, we get to the ceremony itself. And by the way, Levi was listening to the whole conversation. He was just sitting there behind this pillar. Listening. This is the second time he's done this stuff. This is the second time he did something like this. So anyway, we get over to the exit ceremony itself. Everyone is down on their knees, with their hands across their heart. You got Mikas, and you got Historia, hand on the medals, which these medals are pretty much just those cowboy ties, essentially. You know, those ties that have like a little metal thing in the middle, but you push up there. You know, it's essentially one of those things. Not like, you know, an actual like metal, like, you know, the medals we know of today. You know, where they strap those bitches around your jacket, and, you know, they look cool. You know, none of that shit. They were essentially necklaces, essentially, or ties, whichever you prefer. So anyway, we get there, and, you know, she goes from each one. Now, one thing that she legit caught me off guard was after she puts the medal on. The first one was Hanji. She puts the medal on, and then she extends her hand out, and Hanji actually goes to kiss it, which that actually surprised me because Historia does not come off like the type of girl that's into you know, that would have people kiss her hand. I know she's a queen and everything, but that's something that I wouldn't see Historia actually doing. But now, I don't know if she did it because she wanted to or because she had to. Because, you know, that's the kind of thing you do with royalty. You know, you always kiss their hands and shit, or kiss the ring, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it legit caught me off guard there. That scene legit caught me off guard. But anyway, and I'm just wondering, like, what's going to happen when she gets to Eren? Like, what's going to happen? Like, I legit thought that a Titan was about to bust in through the window and, like, you know, do some shit, man. I legit thought a Titan was going to bust in there. No Titans were busting in windows, cut the Kool-Aid man, be like, oh yeah, you know? None of that shit. So we get over there. We get over to when she gets over to Eren. She puts a necklace on him, ties it up, puts a hand down. Eren goes to kiss him. And then we get some flashbacks to what happened when Grisha was met up with the royal family. With that whole scene right there. And we get the Mutsuni die, we get some more context of what happened there. He looks like he went there for the queen or whoever has the time power to stop all this stuff. You know, you're an Eldian too. I'm an Eldian from the outside wall. A subject commander just like you. You need to stop these time before they kill my family, kill my friends, and all that stuff. But you know, she's starting getting pissed off, but she closes her eyes and opens them up, and so she won't do it because, you know, we know that whoever has the 5 ties cannot go against the will of the king. We know this for a fact. That's been established. So she couldn't do it even if she wanted to. And that's when, of course, the fight happened. That's when, you know, Grisha killed her. So, we get that fight, but we end the flashback with Grisha having this very angry expression on his face. We head over back to leave. We head over back to the real world. Everybody is looking at Eren, and I legit thought the man was still kissing her hand. Like, you know, he was like lingering on that. I legit thought that was what was going to happen there. Was that he was still kissing her hand, but no. Instead, Eren has that exact same expression on his face. I thought that was pretty cool. I love that shot, man. That was some cool shit right there. That was some cool shit right there. So after that, we have about a year-long time skip. We see some snow. We see that little death machine Hanji built that killed Titans in the Troy district. That thing has gone silent. They've killed all the Titans in the Troy district. So refugees go back to their hometown. You know, shops start outside the wall. You know, start build up. Butterflies are flying. Birds are chirping. Flowers are blooming. Life is good, ladies and gentlemen. Life is good. So, after about a year, and in total 6 years since the events of when the Colossal Titan showed up, excuse me, everyone starts heading out there to go look for the to find the wall and to see the ocean. Everyone's going over to find the ocean. So they get over there. We see someone, and we also see that Eren has grown out his hair. Not a fan of it, honestly. Cut it up, please, dude. Cut that hair. It doesn't look that good on you, man. With the long hair, it looks off. It just looks so off. So please, hopefully, season 4, I hope he cuts his hair. Because, man, I'm not a fan of that. But anyway, Hanji. So someone pulls up a smoke screen for a Titan, and a Titan showed up. They get there, and it's like a lot of like Royce's Titan form, where it has a big body but really stubby legs. In other words, it can't walk. All it can do is slowly crawl over to the wall. So what he does is that when it gets there, and that Eren just sees it, He puts his hand on his forehead. And he's like, "This is one of us, one of the Eldians that was brought to paradise and then was killed." And so then he just leaves him, and you can see in his eyes, man. Jesus Christ, Attack on Titan has some of those expressive eyes in any anime series I've ever seen. My God, the eyes are so expressive. They speak 1,000 words, honestly. So anyway, they leave, but then you got Flaunch, whatever the fuck his name is. He's like, "Oh hey, are we supposed to kill it?" I'm like, "Did you not hear a word he just said? Ugh, imbecile." So he leaves, they all leave, and then they finally get to the wall. They head over to where the ocean is, and everyone basks in its glory. Armin is lighting up like crazy, massive smile on his face. He's so happy that he's finally seeing the ocean. And then you see everyone start playing around. You got Mikasa, with, like, for some reason she's carrying her boots. For some reason. Memories, we see what actually happened to the sister. We see her lying in the lake, blood everywhere. The dogs are still looking over after her, man. Not a pleasant sight, man. That was not a pleasant sight. Just wanted to throw that out there real quick. And so we end the episode on with Eren looking over the ocean, being like, "What's beyond the wall is the ocean, and what lies beyond that is freedom." That's what I thought. But I was wrong. What is beyond the ocean is our enemies. If we kill every last one of them, will we then be free? And that is where the episode ends, with a little montage of what happened before. Nice little touch there. It was great. I have fun. They didn't have no post-credit scene setting up season 4. Thank God, because I would have been really pissed off when they pulled another cliffhanger like that, like they did in the first half of season 3. But yeah. Anyway, this was awesome. I loved it. It was hype. I'm excited for season 4, guys. I can't wait to watch it. But yeah. Anyway, guys, overall, my final verdict for this week's episode is a 10 out of 10, guys. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, if you like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.